Hey everyone from Florida. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday, relaxing, doing fun stuff, maybe watching some football today or hanging out in the park, or if it's too snowy, just getting a cup of tea and sitting down and relaxing for a change, because I know most of you are working your butts off, especially if you've been in narcissistic abuse. Because guess what? You're the only one that can do all of everything now. You're out of that abuse, you're surviving, you're strong, and if you have to work 6-7 days a week, you're going to do it. That's how it goes. So we're going to talk about smear campaigns again. Yeah, the narcissist's favorite tool in their little toolbox. They love the smear campaign. So we're going to talk about different aspects of that today. The first aspect of the smear campaign is, of course, make you look like the bad guy, the one that's causing all the problems, that makes them react and treat you poorly or have emotional abuse, verbal abuse, sometimes physical abuse later if you can't get away. So here you are, you finally get away from the narcissist in your life. You're like, I'm going to have a great life now. And then you start hearing all kinds of things about what you are, who you are. It gets to the point where you're like, wow, I did that. I didn't know that. I've actually done that to people. Like, oh, can you tell me more about gossip about myself? That's not true. I'd love to know. They're going to say stuff about you, where you work. They're going to get where you work mixed up and talk about you. It's funny. It's really funny, because they're grasping at straws to make themselves look like the victim as they victimize you again with the smear campaign. A good trick they like to do is to say everything about you that's really about them. So a good example of that would be, she's a cheater. She does all these bad things. In reality, they are the cheater with their deviant lifestyles. But as you well know, narcissists love to compartmentalize friends. So you don't even know these people, because they purposely kept them away from you. And so they could control the narrative about you. And they're going to say everything that is nasty and not true about you. And what I've learned from the past is stuff that they've actually done. If they're a cheater, they're going to say you're a cheater. They're going to say if you're, if they're bad with money, they're going to say you're bad with money. Some examples. Oh, she lives a champagne lifestyle on a beer budget. I've heard that one before. That's a good one. Or they'll say, oh, belittle you on your accomplishments and say that you're really not doing them. For example, this is a good example of what happened to me. You'll do a creative project with someone that's a narcissist, and they'll say that you are not the one that did it, that they did everything, and make you look bad and say that you're a liar. They love to make you look bad and make themselves look fantastic, because that's their goal. Because everybody has to love a narcissist and praise them and say how fantastic they are and say, oh wow, that's so incredible, you're so amazing. They don't like it when the truth about them is exposed. They don't like it at all. Another example is what they can do is they can abuse you and do all kinds of physical abuse or nasty stuff to you, and then they will turn around and say that you did that to them and that's why you got that behavior, which most of the time isn't true. And not only that, they won't tell you the whole story about things And then you'll find out later they've been talking smack about you. Yes, they love to victimize the victim again, especially when you leave them. How dare you leave me? I am going to smear campaign you. You're not available for resources and supply, money, ideas, housing, whatever. Well, let's make you the demonic presence in this world. So remember that. You have to protect yourself. But the best thing you can do is not respond to this behavior, live your life, be happy, and just cut them off. No contact. If you have to contact them for other reasons, for whatever, you have business together, children together, marriages, to break up, gray rock them, give them the least amount of information about yourself. They want to use you and smear campaign you to belittle you and make you stay, as they once said to me, know your place. Not only that, but what's the narcissist's favorite accomplices? The flying monkey. So they're going to get people that don't even know you, that hear the storyline that they've created, their little drama in their head, their little soap opera, and then they're going to give it to somebody else, and then they're going to smear campaign you. Watch out for those flying monkeys that are on the outside as well. They don't even know who you are. So the smear campaign, it can ruin you. If you live in a small town, it could cost you a job. You may not be able to get a job in a small populated area. You may never be able to date again. That's why so many that are in narcissistic abuse go and move to another city, another town. I've heard of people taking the desperate actions of moving from the East Coast and going all the way to the West Coast to get away from a narcissist. So remember that. And have a wonderful day, guys. It's not easy when this is happening to you. Don't forget. Don't be a victim. Stay strong. Live your life. And remember, the best thing to do is no contact with these people. And do it like I do. Oh, wow, I didn't know that about myself. Can you tell me some more gossip about myself? Wow, I worked there. I didn't know I worked there. When did that start? You know, look at the humor in the sarcastic way, because this is stuff that you would never think would be happening to you. Have a wonderful day. Cheers from Florida.